Folks, welcome back to Dirt to Daytona. We've got Michigan International Speedway today. As the commentators like to say, it's a place where all you drivers, they like to do their best because it being a manufacturing area and all of that, we want to do our best every race because that's our career. So let's get out there and continue. I mean, we've had a good streak. We've had a streak of good races after a streak of bad races. So I feel pretty good, and I'd like to get out here and do the right thing by finishing well again. We'll see you at qualifying. All right, going absolutely all out. Of course, we're the fifth car again. So stupid. Going absolutely all out. We're like at a 40 flat. Like 40.075, I think, was our best. And we could have pushed it more. But then I looked at the tires and found out that probably wasn't something I wanted to do. So now we can do like 40.4, safely cooling the tires off on the straights, which is kind of my point, to preserve them. Obviously, it's a long race. We've got pit stops and all of that. We don't want our car to go to complete shit, 10 laps into the race. So anyway, we're going to get out here and we're going to burn the trash out of them. And then we're going to go ahead and run this race. All right, here we come down the front stretch onto our qualifying lap. I slowed it down actually a little bit too much there. Not what we were really trying to do. I got so much in the habit in this one of trying to preserve the tires a bit that I kind of did the same thing right now. So let's see if we can not do that this time, and we can put some power down and fade it up the track because we pushed so hard. Then we're going to drop it down on the apron because that seems like the right thing to do for the shortest way around the track. 40.2, that we'll have to do. '15th place, not bad. We have the ability to, if everything remained the same, we have the ability to race up there against Andretti and Gordon. Robbie Gordon, obviously. Jeff Gordon a lot faster than us. Looking like when we run our normal runs, Stewart's almost 2 seconds faster than us. So depending on how many laps are here, we may very well be put in a situation where we are going to get lapped a lot, which sucks. But similar to Charlotte, as long as we're not the ones that are causing the cautions and we place well, we're still going to get that payout. And that's one step closer to being able to compete with those drivers up in the top 5. Let's get out there, run this race, and, just keep marching on forward.
This is the Michigan International Speedway, home to the automobile industry and some great competition. If you like 3 and 4 wide racing, then Michigan's your track. This 2-mile trioval allows for great action with its high banks and wide surface. Located just outside the Motor City, drivers are always hoping to put on a great show for the auto industry here.
Oh, I think I said that in my intro. All right, on the inside. That's actually not where we usually start, so that's kind of fun. Nice that I went ahead and failed to shift when I was supposed to. That's going to cost us right here until we get up to speed. Awesome. Love to see it, folks. Love to see it. Oh, yeah. Herb Busch back here. That's interesting. We're going to get up to speed, and then we'll be right back up with everyone. Maybe not a bad thing that a few cars pass us by, but there's my spot up there in the inside. I can still see it. There's a gap there, so we really messed that up. And I also have to keep in mind right off the bat, because it seems like my first stint, I'm always racing everyone so hard that I burn out the tires, and then I do well the rest. So, I don't know. It's just 100 laps in this race. It is an endurance race. It's a 40-second per lap race, much like Talladega was 100 laps. It's pretty similar, so we'll, what do we get on this? Just 20 laps. So, yeah, it kind of gives you an idea of the size of the track. 20 laps in the tank. That obviously is going to have us pitting, 4 times? We get that 20 to start and then plus 20 each stop. equals 100 overall. Hoping for cautions not caused by us so that we can kind of get that safety net in there. If we get even just one that we can jump in and do a little bit of a, wow, we might get one right now with Blaney deciding that when I'm halfway up his rear fender, he's going to come down onto my line. That's exactly what we all expected there. Anyway, what I was trying to say was, if we get that random caution, it just puts us in a spot where we're not thinking, oh, we have to take it to the limit each time, because we might get 20 to the tank, but the reality is we never go into the pits with 0 in the tank. So at this point, we're 4 short on 4 stops, because we always try to go in with 1 or 2 laps left in the tank. Wow, I can't come. You can't go into that corner with this car. This one. Theirs you can, because they probably have that full arrow and everything. We don't. So I'm like riding next to them thinking, yeah, we're just going to go into the corner. No big deal. That is not the case. So anyway, looks like things are going to settle in a little bit. The really good cars are way out front. We've got a pack that we can compete with in these 4 cars right here, which is cool, because that means we could technically drive probably up to 12th place if we keep our stuff under us and all of that. We've got a higher top speed because we paid for that exhaust upgrade. Unfortunately, it's not... we don't have that aero package. We have no aero package upgrade, or like the first one or something. Something really pathetic, so that's where we're having problems. We've got like drag race speed, but not corner speed. I'm going to go ahead and do what I do. And hopefully the next time we're talking is because I'm saying, hey, we're 3 laps away and we're paying attention to going in for our first pit stop of the race. All right, we've got 2 laps left of fuel. We're going to watch to see if it turns to 1 before we get to 4. If it does, we'll pit. If it doesn't, we'll go around one more time. Obviously, that means that we've got more, or we've got enough to do a 3-stop race. I thought we would be a couple laps short, but then I looked back, and all of a sudden there was 80 laps left, and we still have fuel in the tank. So feel pretty confident that we have an opportunity now to pit just the 3 times without worrying about a caution. We got loose. I don't remember the backstretch, just weird loose on the straights. I was trying to get, I don't even remember, I think it was Andretti. I was trying to get around him, and I was also trying to avoid him because I knew I had quite cleared him, and all of a sudden we just got wildly loose, shot it down onto the grass, were able to save it. but also we had some issues. So, because of that, things didn't pan out the way we had hoped, and we're sitting back here in 16th. As soon as that happened, I kind of turned off the whole, I'm going to, let's just bring it down right now, right? I turned off the whole, whoa, nope. Well, that's gonna be a bad thing. We're in trouble. That's gonna be a long pit stop. Big mistake by me there. Shoot. Anyway, whatever. We're just gonna drive for a little bit here and just sort of, cool off. Maybe a little bit. I'm not very pleased by that whole thing. We just got super loose like that and ended up... Oh, come on now. Jeez, Pete, can we freaking drive a race? Come on, people. A lot of cars are about to pit. It doesn't matter. I mean, we were hoping that we'd go in with a pretty clean pit stop and be able to turn around and come out at least competing with Andretti and the other group. I think Hamilton, Andretti, and the two other drivers that were up there, Blaney and I believe Schrader. But instead, we're back here, and we're just trying to get our lap back from all of these leaders here. So, not a great situation overall. The only good thing about this is that we can take some of these spots back from these drivers.
Clear low.
Anyway, I have to actually pay attention. I just went into that corner at full speed. Wow, is that upsetting? There's the opportunity, we bring it back and we get it all, there's the potential that we can fix this issue. It's bad. I mean, it's bad. We're going to get lapped by all these cars. We're already down at least a lap. Yeah, we're down a lap. I don't know if this is going to put us down a second lap. It's at least a 40-second trip around the track, so that might still just be one lap. Yeah, it's just one lap still down. But it sucks. I mean, it sucks when, again, thank you, Gordon, actually. All I did was came off the gas. I didn't even touch the brakes. But he was coming so fast. Yeah, he could have pulled a Kurt Busch or a Matt Kenseth on me and just wiped me out. And instead, he hit the brakes and slid up the track. I'm thankful for that, because that could have been a lot worse. We'll easily get back from all of these triple-digit cars.
All clear.
They don't even have to pit, and we'll get back on them. I think 2 or 3 of the double digits without worrying about having special laps or special pit stops and stuff. We'll get all those back as well. The problem is just missing out on the advancement we could have gotten by having a good pit stop is the thing that bothers me the most. Here we're getting a number of spots that we will likely maintain once they come out of the pit. And I don't think that a number of these triple-digit cars that are ahead of us right now have pit. So, again, we'll recover from it. We were driving quite well. We had a pretty big pocket in front of the other cars that we were driving against at the time. Just go ahead. Your spotter doesn't need to tell you that I'm there. No big deal. Enjoyed that wall. Oh, come on. He didn't even hit anybody else. Whatever. We're fine. We'll pit, or not pit. We'll do this, and we'll see you after the caution.
Get set. The race is going green.
All right, so I took a little bit of a risk there. I pit with the goal of getting off schedule of the other cars, obviously with our issues with the engine and the issues with the engine because I am a moron. I mean, not because the engine did anything, but because I ran it directly into a wall at high speed. I needed to do something, so I gave up the 5 spots. Nothing that we can't get back in short order, obviously, being because we are sitting here with all of these cars in one big pile in front of us. We're in 20th place. We had a little bit of front end damage from running into the back of that lapper.
Yellow's out.
Oh, I don't know what that's for. I don't even see anything.
Pace cars out. All clear.
So, also these cautions take for freaking ever. So that sucks. We'll see you in the next 20 minutes. For you, it's going to be quick. What was it? Talladega, I think. When I was doing the editing, I noticed it's like 8 minutes. Which you don't think is a long time. But when you have it happen 7 times in a video, do the math. It's a long freaking time when your average video for these endurance races is 2 hours. Okay.
Set. The race is going green. There's green flag.
Jump right to the inside here. Downshift. Wow.
Car high.
Holy crap. The Army car, I don't even know who that is. Just got a crazy jump. Of course, that's going to be what that is. I'm slowed up by the lappers. No, I barely touched him. Catch it, catch it. Don't cause another caution, please. No. Oh, maybe not. We might have gotten lucky there.
Turn 2.
I mean, it sucks for him, but oh my goodness. I barely touched him. Barely touched him. And it just... to sit through without going through another lap of green and to sit through another caution, it's just obnoxious. All right.
Still there.
This is just a pile up. We got Rusty Wallace coming in. Obviously, he chose the route we did and pit off schedule, which is smart because anything happens in the next 15, 18 laps, you know, these other guys have to pit in 10 laps or even less. I don't know. We have to pit. What do we have? 14 left in the tank, and that was after pitting on the last one. So we've got some time here. And we're on the same lap as a number of these cars that are going to have to pit, and we're not going to have to for quite a while after them. So that was the whole point of us pitting the last time. Obviously, this time we didn't pit because we didn't even go a whole lap, and that's obnoxious. But under caution we did, and that's why we only have 14 left in the tank now, even though we hit 20 per pit stop. So I'm going to push it a little bit here to try to get up to this pack. Got every single person in front of us, except for the cars that are a lap ahead of us, but there's so many positions in front of us that we can still claim. And I know we're faster than Burton and Sadler. So just hit our brakes not to cause a freaking caution and get shot up the track because we lose all grip when we touch our brakes. What sucks is Blaney here is a lap ahead of us, and we can run with him. We were running with him in the beginning of the race. We were trying to get back up to him. We had gotten caught behind some of the other cars that he was able to pass. So that just sucks. But we'll
Still there.
hold on. We'll get around a couple of these guys. We're back in the
Clear low.
top 20. We're back in the teens, I should say. I know we're faster than Newman. We had like a 5-second lead on him at one point. So we can get around him as well. Looks like he's, about the equivalent of Harvick here, so probably get around him. Schrader up there, I know we're faster than him. We just have to be able to get to them. And we were caught behind some of these other cars, so that was an issue. But I think that if we We'll just scooch right back in here. Maybe I'll be able to cross into passing them on the inside. Maybe. All right, there we go. Twofer. And now we set our sights on Robbie Gordon, Hamilton, and Andretti. And we're back in 16th. So all of what we dealt with, we've been able to make up for. And everybody's piled back up. So aside from the cars who had already lapped us, we're in pretty good shape now. I want a top 15. I don't think we have it for a top 10, but I'd like anything higher or a top 15 or higher. Looks like some of these guys didn't pit back then because Labonte is my next target. He's behind me after we pass Hamilton.
Still there.
So looks a little sideways there. We're fine. It's okay. But anyway, once we pass Labonte, we can't pass anyone else. They're all a lap ahead of us. So I guess that part sucks. Right now, the best we can do is 15. Now,
Still there.
these guys have to go in for a pit. We don't.
All clear.
And so if they end up in the pits, and between that point and the time we have to go into the pit, we have a caution come out or something, and we're golden, and we're back on the lap with them, and we're now able to battle with Labonte and Robbie Gordon and Ward and all these other guys that we're absolutely faster than, as you're seeing. Blaney is faster than us, and so we could race with him, not that we could beat him. He is probably the car that could take us around and help us. Well, he wouldn't know that he's helping us, but because of his speed, he could help us pass some of these other cars simply by us hanging in his draft because he is faster. And I'm going to try to use that for as long as I can. And we've got 9 left in the tank, so we're going to go ahead and skip ahead. Well, speed it up. We give you all the content here. We just speed it up. So we're going to go ahead and skip ahead a little bit. And we will see you, hopefully, when we're pitting next. And, actually, I kind of prefer if it were a caution and that caution wasn't caused by us. That would be best case scenario after all these other cars have to pit. All right, we got 2 in the tank. Guess no such luck on the caution. We'll bring it around one more time because I'm taking that risk in a hope that we have some form of weird miracle happen and we're able to pull off a last-second caution. Would be really nice for us. Because I don't... we still have one more pit stop to go. Actually, technically, we have 2. We come in just short because we're off schedule. But so is everyone else. Like, all of these other cars are pitting at the same time, so... Or before us, I mean. So they're all doing the same thing as far as caution, or needing to pit 2 more times. And I don't know how that's going to pan out for us if we do a clean race the rest of the way. I'm really not sure how that's going to go, but... We're going to go ahead and get down on the apron here. Keep it down on the apron. Why are we having such a hard time driving today? Anyway. Bring it in. 63. And we'll, at least this time, not have to repair a damaged freaking engine. We're going to hop right up on the track because we can. That's how everybody else does it. All right, so we got the 20 in the tank. And we're way back from Skinner and Atwood. But I don't think that they pit yet. I actually think that they had pit after us in that second caution that happened. So I think they have like 3 or so to the good for them as far as... laps on their tank. We're going to try to catch them regardless. We are much faster than both of them on this track. So that part's good. We got Blaney behind us, but he's actually in front of us. He's looking to lap us. So that part sucks. I don't actually think he pit yet either, so from that perspective, we'll be good there as well. In fact, I know there's no way he pit yet because we were riding with him. And then he He wasn't that far ahead of us. We did lose him in the draft, though. He is much faster than us on when we're equal, or fairly equal. Right now we're not. As you can see, he can't hang it in the corners like we can. So the expectation is that he'll be pitting soon. I mean, we've already shed literal seconds off of the lead that Skinner and Atwood have on us, so I feel pretty good about that. And hopefully, I mean, if they pit, that's just money for us. I know that Blaney, usually the cars run that real tight inside when they're doing stuff, but I know Blaney just runs that inside line like that the whole way. So I don't think that's what has him doing that right now. Or maybe it does. I don't know. Nope, it doesn't. Yeah, see, though, he's on definitely older stuff. Skinner has pits. Atwood and Park will be two positions we definitely pick up as well, which will put us in the 15th place, which is good for us. And we had a good pit stop. I mean, we did a horrible job getting on pit road. I don't know why we seem like we're on skates today as soon as we're down in the lower speeds, but we certainly do. It's not great. There's Robbie Gordon. He's a lap ahead of us, so that part sucks because he's somebody we are much faster than. It was just our incident running into the wall that caused us that whole thing. There goes Atwood, back in 16th. Expect Park to pit anytime soon. Actually, Park, if he's able to pit in like 3 laps, he's in a really good spot because that'd be his last time that he has to pit today. We got to pit 2 more times technically. And that next time we pit, if there's not a caution anytime soon, if there's a caution soon, we'd only have to pit once under the green. If there's a caution, yeah, we'd only have to pit once under green. If there's a caution later, same. But if we end up going out and there's no cautions by the time we take our next pit, we're going to baby our tires so that we can gas and go. Because it's going to be just a couple laps, and we just can't. We're not going to get tires unless there's a caution and we're all stacked up again. There's no reason for it. So we'll see how that goes, though. We've got a ways to go before we get to that point. But you got to think about those things. You got to discuss them. Figure out what kind of strategies you might have with the current status of this race overall. I am very curious. I'm totally fine running 2 more seasons of this after this one, and it will literally be a couple months worth of content because I think there's 36 races and I do an episode a day. And hopefully I'll be able to maintain that episode a day. I did want to bring that up as well. These take 2 hours to record. I've got a career and a family, and they take twice as long to record, so we're adding double. And then what you all don't realize is I also edit these myself. And I watch the whole thing while I'm editing it, which takes even longer than 2 hours to make sure everything is set up right. So now we're talking an additional minimum of 14 hours of work a week. And so I'm not sure we're going to be able to do an episode a day forever, but I'm trying to. I actually am trying to figure it out so that I can. Because obviously, especially when you're trying to grow a community, grow a channel, you want to put out as much content as possible so that people have an opportunity to see it. And that's really why I'm making sure to do it. And anyway, though, so with that, with these races being so much longer, it's so different, I guess, and why I was saying I'm curious about the other one. By the way, Steve Park did pit. We've taken that position. Why I'm so curious about NASCAR Heat 5 is there will be separation in that race, in those races, but it's not going to be like this where you've got such great separation. I think you'll have a lot more large packs driving together and things like that. So it'll be interesting to see how that all pans out in the end when we get to that. But I'm in no rush. I still have to start that whole process. There's going to be, I've been talking to some other people about it as well. The way I'm going to set it up, it's going to be a whole thing. And it might be a whole thing for a long time until we get other games out there that I can do the same thing with. So, more to come on that, but know that it's going to give you guys the opportunity to be more involved. I know I've kind of vaguely mentioned it before, but it's just going to bring up an opportunity, and I think it'll be really, really cool, and it's going to I mean, I really think that it could last. I mean, it could legitimately last a year probably as a series and never become stagnant because of what we're going to have in the series and how it's going to have you guys, or have it be so inclusive for you guys. So we'll see how that all goes, but for now we're just focusing on this. I actually think by the end of this first Cup season, I will start the process of getting the NASCAR Heat 5 series put together, knowing that I only have a couple months then, because it's going to be a lot of work to get that one set up to do what I expect to do with it. But I'm going to do it because it's everything I love to do. Modifying a game, racing, including people, you know, making it fun for everybody. I mean, it's my hobby. You know, it's what I really enjoy doing overall. And if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. But it's not actually work, although it is for some people. But you get my point. We're big things to come. And we've gone another half tank, so we're gonna shut up and give you 10 laps of just pure racing, and we'll come back at you likely the next time we're pitting. Caution flies, caution flies, caution flies. Fantastic news, even though we went down another lap. Actually, maybe not fantastic news. We went down another lap. What does suck about that is the other cars hadn't pitted yet. We're going to pit. We'll catch you after the caution with an update on where we stand. We may be the lone car, really, at 15th place. I'm not really sure. All right. We can pass Bobby Labonte. I mean, it's an option. Aside from that, everyone else, well, can pass us. Come on. Speed up. Jeez, oh, Pete. Let's get it going. Now we're out of... There we go.
Still there.
We'll get it all back. That was dumb. I don't really want to be on this outside. Why are we... Nope, we're not doing that. We've learned our lesson from that before.
Car high.
Oh, yeah, no, this is exactly where we want to be. You know that this is perfect, right?
Car low.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Catch it, guys, catch it. Your guys are fine. Everyone's fine. It looked scarier than it was. Actually, it looked terrifying, but... No, Hermie. You're not better than me. You don't get to do that.
Clear high. Car high.
Whoa. That was just unbelievable. Was that Schrader that just rocked the 119 down like that? Unbelievable. Holy crap.
All clear. Car high.
We have passed Andretti so many times, it's ridiculous, but because of the way that we damaged our car, we got caught the extra, or the lap, well, I mean, I wasn't touching him, and I barely touched the gas, and that happened, so caution is going to come out again.
There's a spin in turn
If it
3.
doesn't, I would be shocked.
All clear.
If it doesn't,
Yellow's out.
I was like, if it does, maybe it'll come out after We cross the line and we could be one lap farther down. Well, we're going to pit because I think that's enough. Whatever. I don't know if we're going to get paid because that was our fault. We ran into the back of him. Barely. I mean, I barely did. I was actually off the gas and not touching him, and I started to accelerate to exit the corner, as a normal driver would do, and he did not. And I touched him. And then all hell broke loose.
Pace cars. Get set. The race is going green.
Well, that's a funny little trip. We went through multiple laps, I think. And we have the same amount of gas as if we just came out of the pit. So we don't have to pit again. There's 17 left. We can pass a couple cars to get up to 14th place, I think, was where we could get to. Harvick wants to drive right in front of me, as he will.
Still there.
Love him. Love him for that whole thing.
All clear.
Oh, no, not Kenseth. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me, Kenseth? I mean,
Clear
just
row. There's a spin in turn 3. Yellow's out.
unbelievable.
Pace cars out.
At this point, it's just me, right? It's just me that's getting Kenseth. It's got to be. It's just got to be.
All clear.
Unbelievable. Whatever. All right, guys. I'm just going to shut up at this beginning here and try to do what I can.
Green flag.
Well, that's as good as it's going to get, folks. We don't have anybody else on the lap with us. We can't move up any more than this. We could have. I mean, we are definitely... Oh, Kenseth doesn't count. He's ahead of us. Anyway, Burton, we were faster than Burton, I think. I also think we were faster than Robbie Gordon. So... But as far as the way the race went... That's just how it is. I don't know. And now what the big question comes down to, are we... Oh, yeah, we were faster than Andretti, too, for sure. We just passed him again. He's behind us. But he was one of those cars that was just in front of us and didn't get lapped when that caution came out. I don't know if because I was technically responsible for 2 of the cautions, if we're going to miss out on our bonus. Regardless of how we finish right now, I'm just not sure how that's going to pan out for me. So I guess we'll see. Also, I know I'm faster than Burton because he's behind me as well. So there's that. We've got 10 laps in the tank. We've got much less than 10 laps to go. What do we have to go? 6 laps to go because we're 2 down. So, yeah, we're good. We'll just ride it out. And you're not going to see anything more spectacular. If you do, I'll slow it back down. Otherwise, let's just speed up the end of this race and move on from Michigan. Next year, we win Michigan. Well, to end this race, we did have to block Bobby Labonte. He all of a sudden got a super burst of speed, caught us, and tried to pass us, but we were able to maintain our lead in front of him. Be the first car 2 laps down, and I don't know. I guess that's something to hang your hat on, right? Your top 5 for the race: Mark Martin, Tony Stewart, Sterling Marlin, Ricky Rudd, and Rusty Wallace. We did not cause enough cautions, or we're at least seen as being responsible for enough cautions to take money away from us. This is a positive. This is good. I am pleased. Well, congratulations to Mark Martin and the number 6 Pfizer Ford Mustang team. 14th place finish puts us at 20th place. And for the first time, folks, we have reached page number 2 in the standings. What more can you ask for? We are 13 points in front of Casey Atwood, and actually a pretty big chunk in front of the next 4 drivers behind him, but it's all fairly close. We need to keep our composure and keep putting together some good laps and good races. Scariest part about that, though, is that our next race is at Infineon Raceway, which I am almost, let me clickety-clack real quick, hold on. It is Infineon, as I thought, is Sonoma. So we've got Sonoma Raceway next. Our first and I believe our only road course race. Unless we also, I'd be really happy if we did Watkins Glen. We might do the Glen as well. Anyway, I really like it. I like Watkins Glen more than Infineon, to be honest with you, but I do like Watkins Glen. Anyway, though, folks, decent race, some excitement from start to finish. And that is how we like to do it. That is going to do it for this episode, though. I want to take a moment out to say thank you so very, very much for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. And until next time, and as always, you take care.